who serve.
But before they hit the beach, Hawaii's lifeguards have to survive training.
A lot of guys that surf, they look at it and it's like, oh, no problem. I surf, I can get on a board. And you get on it and it's kind of a beast.
Is it really that tough? We put our own guy Hoggy to the test with a group of lifeguard recruits. Stories up next.
These lifeguards deal with life-threatening situations on a daily basis without all the Hollywood glamour. Whether it's giant surf or box jellyfish, they're trained to keep us safe while we're around the sea. Guy Hoggy joined a recruit class to see what they go through before they get to sit in the tower. He joins us now with the story you'll see only on KGMB 9.
Kim Kiahi, lifeguard training is meant to be tough. Some recruits make it, but most don't. I took to the water to see how I measured up.
Air is such a underappreciated commodity during these things.
I knew going in it was going to be tough, so me gasping for air wasn't a surprise. But I was the only one struggling.
This might look hard, but there's a lot harder stuff that we've been doing. So this is just, to keep us in shape and just keep us, sharp,
It was just another day of physical challenges for this recruit class. The men and women who want to be lifeguards must pass rigorous performance tests. I joined in to see how I measured up.
Get set, go!
It consists of 4 separate events back to back. The first is a run-swim. Pretty simple. Run the length of Ala Moana Beach, then swim back to where you started. About 2,000 meters altogether. Then a 400-meter paddleboard race, followed by a run-swim-run. Each leg is 100 meters. Then it's capped off by a 500-meter swim. To make it even more difficult, each event has a cutoff time. Miss it, and you're out. It's all part of trying to be a lifeguard.
It's not something that anybody can do. You really got to dedicate yourself. You need to come. You got to do the course. You got to practice it.
It was obvious I didn't practice, but soon I was hoping I didn't need to be rescued. Being a surfer, I thought the paddleboard race would be a breeze. It was fairly short, but the 3-minute cutoff time turned it into a lung-searing marathon.
A lot of guys that surf, they look at it and it's like, oh, no problem. I surf, I can get on a board. And you get on it and it's kind of a beast.
So I made the cutoff time, that's the good thing. Thought I was last, and the test is only halfway done. It gets rougher from here.
The run-swim-run seemed doable, but it almost wasn't. In the end, my legs could only muster up a feeble semblance of jogging. After that, I threw in the towel. These guys are now finishing up the last event, the 500-meter swim. I finished only 2 of the 4 events, and I'm totally shot. And the thing is, these guys are in such good shape that they're finishing all of the events well under the qualifying times. One of those guys is Buzzy Mendonca. At 39 years old, he is by far the oldest recruit. And with his age comes other challenges that his fellow recruits don't face.
Those kids come home can just lay down in the bed and be ready for the next day, For me, I gotta give attention to my daughters, to my wife. It's a little bit harder challenge.
Still, Buzzy is one of the fastest in the class. But he knows all this training is just the start.
I have a lot of experience in big waves. Myself, I think I know everything, then same time I don't know nothing.
Everything and anything that I can put them through in order to help prepare them really only gets them ready to sit in the tower. And then from there, it's on-the-job training.
For your own safety, stay back on the dry sand.
The thing that I learned the most, and it's not just North Shore, because that's the place I wanted to know, but this whole island's got a lot of tricky places to know, little, ins and outs that you got to figure out before you get on the beach. So
just 12 guys out of 40 applicants in this round have even made it this far.
There's time limits, and you can greatly exceed that time limit, or you can get right at the cusp of that time limit, but if you're within it and you can make it all, you're still a lifeguard. So you did really good.
He's lying.
I did terribly.
That must have been humbling for you.
I'm still tired to today. Hey, you did terrific, Guy. Come on, that was a great effort.
Well, let me tell you, ocean safety recruits lifeguards twice a year. Now, most of the guys in this past class are in their early 20s.
Yeah.
So to put it in perspective, most of them weren't even born when I graduated from high school.
Yeah.
They're tough, yeah.
Yeah, they're tough.
And you know what else? They deal with some really traumatic stuff internally, emotionally. They deal with people every single day, and you don't see that part of it. They're tough emotionally and physically.
We're grateful they're out there, and you did a good job.
And let's take a look outside at a crater cap.